Hello, everyone. So this is a bit of a follow-up episode. This is episode 161. I've been slowly working my way through different playthroughs to get the different endings. I'm close to Dung Eater ending on my New Game Plus of my first playthrough, and then this is a second playthrough where I sort of went for a quality build, strength and dex, and endurance, as you can tell with the stuff that I'm wearing. And this one I went Lord of Frenzy, as you can see by my fingerprint scars. So we are just going to go ahead and interact with the corpse of America here and become the Lord of Frenzied Flame.
Lord of Frenzied Flame. I will seek you as far as you may travel. To deliver you what is yours. Destined death.
What? Was that Melina? I think maybe that was Melina. Because as soon as you become the Lord of Frenzy, provided you haven't already made it to the Great Flame and used Melina's kindling, Melina will appear and sort of break off her accord with you. She says, if you decide to become the Lord of Frenzied Flame, we can no longer be allied, and I'll do everything that I can to stop you. Now, a couple of interesting things. That person had singed hair. I don't know if it was just a truly different hair color. I mean, it looked darker, but then in that final scene, it looked like it wasn't a straight coloration, or rather not a consistent coloration. It could have been singed hair, which, you know, the world's on fire. How about yours? In the Lord of Frenzied Flame ending. So, I'm thinking that was Melina. It's also the first time we've seen an opened eye there. It could have been Ronnie, though. I'm also curious if this is different music for the end credits than it is when I got my first ending. I'm gonna have to go and listen to the other one. Yeah, I'm wondering if it was Melina, because the weird thing is her left eye is usually closed, and her right eye is not the color that we saw it in that cutscene. In that cutscene, her right eye was sort of cataracted out. It was gray, or grayish white. Her left eye was blue, I believe. Also, I didn't notice a tattoo, so I'm wondering who that is. I think that's Melina. I think it's Melina, because, you know, she kind of swears to kill you after you become the Lord of Frenzy. But I mean, different hair color, no eye tattoo, different colored eye. I'm trying to think who else it would be. I guess it could be Ronnie in her original body. God, that seems very unlikely. The original body is super dead. I don't think anything about the Lord of Frenzied Flame ending would have revived Ronnie's body. Also, Ronnie's normal body would have red hair. She was a child of Radigan. Yeah, I think that was Melina. Also, it's very interesting that she kind of swears revenge on you there, because it's super, super unusual for the end of a Dark Souls game for there to be a cliffhanger like that, you know, like another person swearing to come and get you. Usually at the end of a Dark Souls game, you know, the ending might be weird, you might leave some things unresolved, but typically there aren't other people that appear and you know, say, I'm gonna come get you. Didn't happen in any of the endings for Dark Souls, nor Demon Souls, nor Bloodborne. Can't remember all the endings for Dark Souls 2. Nor Sekiro. Interesting implications. Makes me excited for a possible DLC. It makes me wonder if there's going to be some ending-specific DLC. Otherwise, why would you set up a person like that who, you know, is essentially sworn vengeance? You know, she says, I'm going to deliver to you what is yours, destined death. It's like saying, listen, Mother Effer, I'm going to kill you for what you've done. And Melina does promise that she'll do that if you become the Lord of Frenzy. She says, I'll find you and I'll kill you if you do that. So I will say I didn't stream my fight with the Elden Beast, but I did beat the Elden Beast earlier this evening, and much harder with a melee character than it was. I'd say it took me maybe 10 or 12 tries, whereas the other one took me, I'd say, about 7 tries with the Angela's Moonblade sort of magic build. Having to get that close to the Elden Beast routinely was pretty difficult. Also, Melina was a lot harder for the same reason. Like, I had to invest a lot of endurance into poise so that my Mimic tier was able to stay alive for the second phase of Melina. Weirdly, the Dragon Lord was easier. Dragon Lord Basidisax. I think that was because I was going for the tonic that allowed me to break posture more easily, and also enhancing my jump attacks. They need to be posture broken. So that plus like the Dragon Moon Grease plus lead procs from me and my Mimic made him not so bad. Didn't die to him once. So I think I'm going to go for Thea on this playthrough, New Game Plus for this account, and I'll go for Dung Eater on New Game Plus on my original account. And then that'll just leave Gold Mask in the normal ending, I believe. So far I've done a quality run. I've used mostly Bloodhound's Fang and a Fire Omen Killer, or Omen Cleaver. Curved Sword that Omen dropped for this playthrough. Also did use the sort of Rotted Earth Tree Club for a little bit of it too. Then the first playthrough was, of course, pure int, basically. Sort of moved into int decks for New Game Plus. And so I think on this one, I'm not sure what I'll do. I might move into sort of a faith strength sort of playthrough for New Game Plus. Because I've already got like 80 faith or 80 strength on this character. And I might also go sort of strength faith on a new file, a third new file, but with the intention to be to move that one towards Arcane. So have that be my Arcane playthrough. This is the highest I've ever leveled up endurance. I think I got endurance to 52 on this one. It's enough for me to be basically decked out in the strongest armor, while also dual wielding curved swords and a great bow.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
We'll go ahead and watch the opening cutscene again.
The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now,
It's the best picture of Queen Marika we get
Marika the Eternal
pre-death.
is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound
Is that
strength
Mikella there next to Mog?
triggered the shattering.
It's a depiction of Rancor letting the servant eat
A
him.
war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will.
You noticed that before. Abandonment.
Rise now, ye
The
tarnished,
Greater Will's gone.
ye
That's
dead,
running the show.
who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Oralu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing.
I think the name Fia is
And
interesting.
one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished
I think it's
of
quite a bad
renown.
thing for a person to have fear in their mind at the time of their death. So it's funny that Fia would be a deathbed companion.
Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
For that reason, Fia's questline might be the absolute worst. Is in a lot of reincarnative religions, having fear or doubt in your mind at the time of your death is what ensures that you'll be reborn. In other words, not escaping the death, rebirth cycle, not moving on to Brahman, to head to the heavenly bodies, but staying in the hell that is death and rebirth, right? Like reincarnation's not a good thing in a lot of those religions, and having fear in your mind at the time of your death is often what will determine where your soul goes. So I think Fia as a deathbed companion, coincidentally also offering people life after the death. Oh, that's... Damn, he has like a furry neck piece. Look at that. Such detail. Anyway, that's what makes me think that Fia is maybe the like true worst ending besides Dung Eater. Dung Eater's obviously a fate worse than Fia's, because rather than just reincarnative life, it's reincarnative cursed life. Alright, let's see how quick we take this goon out. Pretty quickly indeed. Am I gonna lose my soul for falling? Not if I have anything to say about it. I want to take a closer look at Melina's eye color. I wonder if we're going to get that in this cutscene, or if we'll have to go to the Grace for that. But I'm very interested in who appears at the end of that Lord of Frenzy ending. Was not expecting someone to appear. Selena glowing?
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all.
Must be a lantern on Torrent's knapsack. Yeah, that's what it is.
One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Do not get to see her eye color there. We can skip the Cave of Knowledge. We've grown quite knowledgeable about the lands between thus far. Okay, sweet. Did not need to use my twig. Stats so that if I want to, and I'm kind of curious to try this out, I can wear Radahn's greatsword, turtle shell on, and we'll be full 100 boys. Boys. Hello there, Vari. I'll come talk to you in a second. I want to test my metal against the tree sentinel right quick. Oh, can I call Mimic Tier already? I can. Sure, why not? See how quick we can make this, huh? Slow rolling. Have I forgotten something? Is it this? Oh, it's that my gray rune is off. That's what it is. I'm actually quite a fan of the Zamor physics. It gets all wacky and crazy. That looks kind of neat. Anyway, just wanted to try that out a little bit. We'll go back to our normal setup. We rest. And then the last thing we'll do after talking to Calais.
And I can also see that you're not off. Then why not? I am Carly.
I'll purchase all of your things, Calais. That I can, at least. Thank you, sir. Okay, now we're going to head to Melina's Grace. Get a look at her eye color, and then that's what we'll call it for the night. Let's do a little bit of redawning, eh? A little bit of light redawning through the bushes. Alright, Melina, come to us. Sites of Grace look eerily similar to Humanities. Just saying.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina.
Hair looks exactly the same.
I offer you an accord.
So her right eye seems to be golden, or amber.
Have you heard of the finger
Her hair
maidens?
model is precisely the same as the lady we saw at the end of the
They
Frenzied
serve
ending.
the two fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden ring. You need to the foot of... Then it's settled. Summon me by
Curious what happens
grace
if you refuse.
to turn runes into
Imagine
strength.
she's just like, if you reconsider, let me know. I'll be at the Grace.
Ah, another torrent. Treat him with respect.
Yes, my horse, please. Alright, and that'll be it for this video. I'll see you guys the next time I have an ending to complete. And we'll start to learn more about this world.